Hello guys, my name is Crew and today I'm going to be showing you guys how to build this awesome emerald slash gold farm in your world. Not only does it get you tons of emeralds and tons of gold, but it will also get you a decent amount of gas tiers, gunpowder, and magma cream. So it's all around a very good farm that you guys are definitely going to want to build in your world. Unlike other gold farms, this one doesn't require any obsidian. All it requires is you getting to the roof of the Nether, building this simple farm, quite a bit of rails, but as long as you guys have around 8 stacks of iron ingots is what it requires, then you guys should be fine with building this beast of a farm. Anyway, how this farm works is zombie pigmen spawn on the top on these white block spawning platforms, along with gas and some magma cream, and iron golems kill them. However, zombie pigmen don't fight back against iron golems, so it's just a bunch of free kills, and their drops get dropped on the ground. We then use a simple minecart with a hopper in it to run around and pick up all the drops, and then it comes here and dispenses them all into this chest. So you guys get ton of rotting flesh, tons of gold nuggets, decent amount of gas tiers, and magma cream. Now you can use this gold and turn it into golden ingots and golden blocks for whatever you want, but you can go ahead and take all the rotten flesh you get and get one of these guys. This is a clerk villager. Now clerks have a very good trade, and they trade rotten flesh for emeralds, so you can easily get stacks and stacks of emeralds from this guy. I've been AFKing here for no more than an hour, and I already have more than an inventory full of rotten flesh. So yeah, you guys can get tons of emeralds, tons of gold, tons of gas tiers, tons of magma cream. I don't know why you guys haven't built this farm yet. I also must give credit to Etho and Doc M for coming up with this awesome design. If you don't know their channels, they will be down in the description. Anyway, let me get on with a tutorial on how to build this guy. Okay guys, so the first step to building this farm is getting onto the roof of the Nether. So what you guys are going to want to do is dig all the way up in the Nether until you reach this top layer of bedrock. Once you reach this top layer of bedrock, you're just going to want to take some ender pearls, look up, try to get a spot where you don't think there is too much bedrock, and throw a couple. You should easily get through. I only had to throw about 4 there, and I'm through. Oh, there's actually an endermite. That's weird. Oh, he spawns from throwing ender pearls. Oh no! Okay, now that the endermite's out of the way, what you're going to want to do is place 4 dirt, just like so, and then some dark oak saplings, and you're just going to want to grow a dark oak tree. Once you have that, chop the bottom 4 down, plant 4 more dark oak saplings, grow them on up, and you should see this happen. Now, if you mine away the leaves, you'll see that some of them have grown roots through the bedrock. Now, you're going to want to find a spot like this where it actually goes all the way down through the bedrock. This one didn't quite go down far enough. And bingo, I believe this guy went far enough down to where you can actually get to and from the bedrock. So now if you just build a little ladder here, you easily have a way to get up and through the bedrock. Okay, now that you have gotten to the roof of the Nether, you're going to want to build a pole all the way up to level 256, and make sure you put some ladders on the side of it so you can get up and down. And then you're going to want to come to about Y220. I found this is a good spot to start, and you're just going to want to come out a little bit and mark that this is the level that your gold farm is going to be at. Okay, so now that you have your gold farm marked out, you're going to want to go out a number of blocks, and once you get here, you're going to want to go left and right 15 blocks, so it's going to be a total of 31 blocks. Okay, just in case I didn't make that clear enough, this is going to be 31 long pole with the middle block right here, aligned with the ladder pole that you made, and you're going to want to do that on each side, so it's going to be a 31 by 31 block square, and it should look something like this. And keep in mind, while you're building this thing, zombie pigmen will spawn up here, but more importantly, ghast will spawn up here, and they're gonna try to shoot you off. So make sure you have a bow. Trust me, I died numerous times from falling off of this thing, so just make sure you have a bow and fast reflexes, and do expect to die. But now you're just gonna want to fill in this giant square with a bunch of blocks. Okay guys, so here is where the hardest part in the entire farm comes into play. We are going to be placing all the rails, so you guys are going to need a lot of iron and a lot of powered rails. It's going to take a lot of time, but don't worry, just do it, and in the end you'll have tons of gold and tons of emeralds. You'll be the richest guy to ever live in Minecraft world. So anyway, what you guys are going to want to do is make a little straight line with normal rails along the middle here, just like so. Once you have that, you're going to just want to make an L shape, kind of leading into this pathway that you made here, and then place a block right here. Now you're going to want to place 3 rails just like that. break this rail and place it back down until you have something along the lines of this. So that way the minecart is going to come out and it'll loop around. So once you have that, place a block above this guy, and you're going to want to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 to this side. Place yourself a powered rail there. Then come out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 to this side. Place yourself a powered rail here as well. And whoop, then we can go ahead and break this. That was just a marker. So now we know. And now you guys are just going to want to follow a basic swerving pattern. These rails are going to connect here. Don't let them do that. So swerve around, get that powered rail, and then curve in. And every time there's a powered rail, you're going to want to place one. So you're going to want to come around. You'll connect these. You'll go to the right. These are going to connect. Don't let them. Just place yourself a powered rail there. And then come around. Make sure you leave a 1 gap here. So come around 1 block early on this side. On the other side, you're going all the way down to the end. So it's going all the way down to the end, and then it's curving around, and then powered rail, and then all the way over here, and then another powered rail, and then you're coming in 1 short. So you're going to want to do that until the entire platform is covered. Yeah, a lot of rails, I know, but in the end, it will be worth it. Trust me. Well, you guys did it. I'm proud of you. You actually did this. Keep in mind that this size, it's just the recommended size on what you guys should probably do. Please don't follow this tutorial 100%. Feel free to make this any shape you want. For example, in my survival let's play, I ended up building this farm and I made it a giant smiley face. So yeah, do whatever you want. Doesn't have to be a square. And this back row here, you can actually go ahead and take it off. Sorry about that. It was one too long. So we'll just get rid of that guy. And you should see that it ends up on this side now. So we can just go ahead and connect you over like this. Boom, ba-ba-doom, boom, boom. And then we're going to have it swerve around here and connect up to this guy. So now what's going to happen is the minecart, it's going to go left, it's going to go around the entire thing, and then when it's done, it's going to come this way, go around the outside, and then it should turn in here and be ready to drop off all of its goodies and stuff. So now let's go ahead and power all these powered rails. Okay, so the easiest way to power these rails in survival is hop down on your ladder, come down a couple blocks, and place a block like so, and then you're just going to want to shift until you get underneath the powered rails. Okay, so I marked out where the powered rails were with a block. I would advise you guys do the same, and then you're just going to come along under this scaffolding that you made, and you're going to want to just place some levers and make sure you flick those guys so that they're powered. Yeah, levers are the cheapest way to use these instead of using a bunch of redstone torches, so you guys are just going to want to place levers underneath all of these powered rails. Okay guys, so once all your levers are placed, you're just going to want to go ahead and destroy the scaffolding, that way pigmen don't spawn down here. And once that's out of the way, we have one more thing left to do with the rails, and that is we're going to want to throw a power rail down right here, and then you're going to want to come over here a bit. I would just say guesstimate to go out to here, place a redstone block and then another rail, and then come out to about here, place another redstone block and another powered rail. And then you should be good to go. That should be enough powered rails to get you through the entire circuit. Just add one more here at the beginning. That way the rail doesn't get stuck when it first goes off. And then let's build the loading and unloading station. Okay, so what you're going to want to do is place 2 chests coming out just like that to make a double chest, and then break this block and put a hopper going into them. That way when you throw something in this hopper, it goes into the chest. And then you're going to want to make some more scaffolding coming along here in the bottom, just out to here, so that way you can go ahead and place a comparator coming out of the hopper. And then going into that, you're going to want to have a torch. Make sure there's a block on top of the torch and a block right here, then a redstone block, and then a powered rail. That way, when the minecart hopper comes in here, it's going to stop, unload its items, then once all of its items are done unloading, it will go ahead and continue on its journey. Okie dokie, well you guys are almost done. You're just going to want to cover this entire thing with any block of your choice. I'd recommend that this isn't a very expensive block, but this is the block that you're going to be seeing, so make sure it is sort of visually appealing if you wish it, and then just place a bunch of blocks on top of these rails. Okay, so I know that step was super hard. The zombie pigmen, they keep standing on the tracks when you're trying to place the blocks, but you're finally done. You have one more thing left to do, and yeah, Ghast also spawn a lot, and they keep shooting you off. I know, it's difficult building stuff in the Nether, but you're almost done now. You got one more step left, and that is the glass. You're going to need a ton of glass. I would actually recommend using light gray glass, but I'm just going to use normal glass for the tutorial. And you're going to want to align the entire outside with glass. You're going to want to go up 4 blocks and then put a glass roof on top. That way it looks a little something like this. So what the glass is doing is not only is it keeping the zombie pigmen inside of this area, but it's also preventing ghast from flying around. So ghast will spawn in this cube and they'll be stuck in there. So that way the iron golem can get a free easy kill. So it also makes it a ghast tier farm, and you can collect some gunpowder from the ghast as well. So the next step you're going to want to do is take out some glowstone. Now, just in case you guys are playing on hard, what's going to happen if you guys are playing on hard is when you hit a zombie pigman, if it gets mad, it has the chance of summoning a zombie to help it out. So you might get normal zombies spawning in here if you guys are playing on hard. So to prevent that, you guys are going to want to place glowstone along the roof. Now you guys are going to need a lot of glowstone. Zombies can call in reinforcements anywhere in a light level of 9. So if there's a light level of 9, a zombie will be able to call in reinforcements. So just make sure you guys put tons of glowstone in the roof, and I'll come back once I've done that. This is not an exaggeration. If you guys are playing on hard, you cannot let it get lower than a light level of 9, because then zombie pigmen will call in zombie reinforcements, and the zombie reinforcements will just wipe out your iron golems, and they'll just make you having to keep replacing them. So if you guys are playing on hard, make sure you guys have tons of glowstone on the ceiling, or you guys could have some torches on the ceiling. However, don't put any glowstone in the floors. That will prevent pigmen from spawning on that block, because they can't spawn on transparent block. But yeah, make sure you place tons of glowstone up at the top. So now you guys are pretty much done with your gold farm. You're all good to go. Now, one thing you guys are going to want to do is put some half slabs on here, so that way zombies don't spawn, zombie pigmen don't spawn out here. Also place some glass on top of these guys, so that way you don't have any pigmen spawning on the rails. And then you should be good to go. We can just connect this half slab pathway out to the chest, so then we can access the chest and grab a bunch of stuff out of it. Now you're going to want to get yourself a minecart with a hopper in it. Go ahead and place that guy on the rails, and he'll start going. He'll pick it all up, he'll place it all in the chest for you, and you're good to go. Now the final step to this farm is building your iron golems. Now this is going to take a lot of iron as well. Trust me, I spent about 8 stacks of iron. So you're going to need about 8 stacks of iron for this entire farm if you're planning on building it in survival. And for this farm, I recommend 6 iron golems. 6 seems like a good number, and it's enough to usually kill all the zombie pigmen in there. If you have tons of iron and maybe you have an iron farm and you don't mind, then I would recommend about 10, but 6 does get the job done, and it's good enough. So here we go, we're placing in our iron golem. Alright buddy, move. And one more to go. Ta-da, there we go. So the iron golems, they kill the zombie pigmen, but for some reason in Minecraft 1.8 the zombie pigmen don't fight back, so it's a nice free easy kill. These guys also drop XP, so if you really want XP, you can go ahead, hop in here and run around, and you'll be good to go with a bunch of XP. Also, there's something I should tell you guys about magma cream, or magma cubes. They have the chance of spawning in here, and most of the time the iron golems are able to kill them. However, every so often the iron golems get hit and take a little bit of damage, so I would recommend every 2 to 3 hours that you AFK at this gold farm, make sure you have a health potion in your hand and you run around and splash all your iron golems with a potion of regen. That way they don't die and you guys can keep your iron golems, because if you let this thing run for more than 3 hours, your iron golems have the chance of dying just from magma cubes killing them, and there's no way to prevent magma cubes from not spawning in this farm. So that way they won't die and you'll be good to go. Okay guys, so let me show you the last trick that you guys are going to need to know to make sure this gold farm's running nice and swell, and that is the trick with the golden swords. So if we take a look in this minecart hopper, something that you guys may notice is that this minecart hopper is actually picking up golden swords. And golden swords take up an entire inventory slot, so once this minecart goes around and picks up 2 or 3 golden swords, not only is it going to fill up your chest and annoy you, but it's also going to prevent it from picking up ghast tears and gunpowder and magma cream and stuff that we kind of want. So a good way that Etho found out to prevent this is to place 5 hoppers along here, And in the first hopper, we're going to want to place some golden nuggets. In the second hopper, place some golden ingots. The third one, we'll put some rotten flesh. Then we can put ghast tears and gunpowder in that guy, and then magma cream in the last one. And what that's going to do is when the minecart with a hopper runs by here, it's going to pick up each of these items one time. And what that's going to do is each of these items are going to be in one of its inventory slots. That way it has no more inventory to pick up golden swords, and it's only going to pick up these 5 items. So that's very useful. You won't get any golden swords, and you'll only get the drops that you want. Now, of course, this mob farm does give you 6 different drops, so you're just going to have to decide between ghast tears and gunpowder. I like to put them both in here, because usually I don't have many ghast tears, so once the ghast tears run out, then it'll start giving me some gunpowder. So that's what I like to do with my farm. And other than that, what we can do up here is we can take some stone slabs and make ourselves a little lookout tower. And what you guys need to do when you're using this farm is you need to AFK at the top here. What that's going to do is you will be far enough away to get the best spawns. So after hours of AFKing at your mob farm, you're going to want to come down and check the loot that you receive every once in a while. So you can see that this mob farm gets you tons of rotten flesh, tons of gold, tons of ghast tears, and magma cream. It'll also get you some gunpowder here and there. So it's an all-around awesome gold farm, mob farm, everything farm to have, but you guys want more than that, right? You guys want some emeralds. So the best way to do here with this rotten flesh is trade it with a villager. Now this guy is named a clerk, and clerks have the awesome trade of trading rotten flesh for emeralds. The best you can get is 36, and the worst you can get is 40. So this guy isn't too great, but it'll do. And you can actually get tons of emeralds from this. I've been AFKing at this farm for approximately an hour, and I already have pretty much an inventory full of rotten flesh, which is awesome. Now, this guy also has the cool trade of trading glowstone with you, so if you need to reset his trade, you can go ahead and get some glowstone, maybe some redstone as well. But he also has the trade of gold, so if you guys aren't in the market for gold, well, go ahead and trade your gold that you get from this farm as well to get emeralds. So yeah, you can get tons of emeralds, tons of gold, tons of ghast tears, tons of magma cream, and tons of gunpowder from this all-around amazing farm. I really hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial and it helped you out. Please click a like if you did. Subscribe if you want to see more of my content. My name is Crew, and I will see you guys next time. Adios.